Hi, it's Rebecca from Flourishing Childhood, just popping on with another quick game today. This game's really useful if you have been angry with your child, used your power over them, or perhaps even your partner and you have had a monumentous argument in front of the children. It's called the Do It Over game, and in it you do exactly that. You recreate whatever the argument was, but you do it in a really fun, playful, over-the-top way. I've got a great example. My daughter, when she was quite young, about 3, for some bizarre reason, I had organised all the Tupperware with their lids on and washed them, and I was just about to pack them all neatly into the cupboard. And she came and stood over me with her hot chocolate, nearby me, and I said, "Oh, please go and put it down so we don't spill it." And the next moment, I didn't realise she had come back and stood with the hot chocolate right over my head. So I stood up and knocked the cup everywhere, hot chocolate absolutely everywhere, all over the Tupperware. And I've been up since 4 o'clock that morning, so my patience was absolutely at an all-time zero. So I was like, "What are you doing? Why have you got that? I told you to put it down." And all my kind calmness had definitely disappeared. And of course, she was just being 3. She wasn't thinking that that was going to happen. And, she wasn't realising how that would impact me. And I was just so tired. So, trying to be kind to myself too. But after we cleared it all up and sorted it all out, we sat down and we were chatting. And I went, "Gosh, do you remember that crazy mummy this morning?" And I just retold the whole story. She was sitting on the floor and she said, "Put your cup down," and then you didn't put it down, you came back, and the next minute she stood up and it exploded everywhere, up her nose and up her bum, and really embellish or whatever happened and make it a little bit crazy. And she just laughed and laughed and laughed, and I carried on with the story, how grumpy I was, and oh gosh, and then I stamped my feet and put my hands on my hips and frowned, rah, 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 and really get into it. And she just laughed and laughed and laughed. And when I finished telling the story, she said, again. So I retold the story, what happened. You can even act it out as well. "Oh gosh, do you remember those grumpy parents this morning when they stood at the top of the stairs and Dad did this?" And he could stand at the stairs and go, "Blah, blah, 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 la, la, la." And Mum could be at the bottom shaking her finger or, showing him her bottom, something really funny to get everybody laughing, because the more we can laugh at this time about stressful things or things that are, coming up that are causing ruptures, the more we can heal and move past them. So I hope the Do It Over game helps a little bit. You can play it for all sorts of things. And it also really is kind of reconnecting the neural pathways. So perhaps you've had that rupture and you've created this one pathway, but doing the Do It Over game, you're creating a new neural pathway that will hopefully be much more positive and more connecting for your children to repair. So I hope that helps, and have a lovely Saturday. Do pop onto my Flourishing Childhood. I am just asking everybody to share a song to get us through this day, because I think the more we can find joy in these moments, the more we can uplift the vibrations. So lots of love to you all today.